Mitsubishi Pajero 3.2, and today we're going to be doing the alternator belts. So it's those belts down there. So the first thing we're going to do is take up the air breather pipe. So it's 2 tin mils, it's holding it down there, and disconnect it from that side. The next thing you're going to want to remove is this cover that sits over the fan. So you push down the tops intersection and then release the clips on either side. With that cover now removed, you now have access to the fan, and you're going to want to remove these nuts here. So them ones there, the next ones, we will be taking off this fan. The setup I have to remove those is I have 2 long 12mm spanners. I use one of them to hold and then one of them to remove. That will be able to get 3 of them out. To get the 4th one, I just use a pry bar and lock across from one to another to hold the pulley and take out the last one. So with the last one, I just hold a pry bar from one of the nuts and lock it against the pulley. Use one hand to hold that and then come down and loosen with the other. Now the reason why I don't do that with the other 3 is that it's easier if I use the second 12mm long spanner to hold them. It's faster. If you don't have 2 12mm long spanners, obviously you're going to be using this technique to lock it. With those 4 nuts removed, you now can take out the fan. Loads of room to remove that. And now you have access to the belts. Today I'll only be changing the alternator belts, but to gain access to the alternator belts, I'm going to have to take off the aircon belt. So what you're going to want to do is crack this outside bolt here, which is a 14mm, and then just above here is the adjuster. And what I'm using, you can use whatever suitable to you, but this is the setup I will be using. So it's a 14 socket with a wobble joint and then just my 3/8 butt ratchet. That goes in there nicely, and then it's very easy to adjust. So you're just going to want to back it off as much as you need to take the tension off the belt to remove it. We now have the aircon belt removed, so next it's on to slackening the alternator. 12mm and back that one off. Once you have that backed off, the adjuster is on this side here to slacken the belts. And the tool I'm using for this is a snap-on long 3/8 adjustable head. So the adjuster, if you can see it, is right there. So what I use to get at that is a flexible ratchet spanner, and I come in from that side and adjust it. Now underneath the vehicle, and you can see there that bolt, and this nut is a 17 that needs to be cracked on the bottom, so you get that from underneath. The undershield that needed to be taken down was 4 12mm that was holding it, and the ones at the front just needed to be, let me see, these ones, the ones at the front just need to be back down. With that bottom one now loosened, the adjuster backed off, that leaves the belts nice and free. Back them off enough to where you're able to pop the belt off the pulley. Now you don't have to inspect these too close to know why they're being changed. I've turned them inside out just to make it easier to see. Frayed all the way along and split in many different places, and that's on both of them. So I have the 2 belts now on, tensioned up. All you need to do is reverse the order on which you have removed, fit back all the items, make sure that the tension is good enough. You don't want to have them too loose. You want to make sure that they're gripping and not slipping. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it useful. Please like and subscribe, and check back for my next video.